We start today in Puerto Rico, where a new indigenous important piece is presented in a historic cultural center in the heart of San Juan. This cultural center preserves indigenous elements important for the Puerto Rican culture. Our Francis Felix reports.
In the heart of Santurce is a hidden treasure that keeps art, history, culture, and an indigenous collection. Casa Sofia is a cultural center that preserves Puerto Rican important roots, the Taino and Afro-descendant.
Casa Sofia is on behalf of my mother, and we bought the house on 1946, and she kept the house even with a lot of sacrifices and struggles, since my father had died 10 years earlier, but she was able to keep the house and so on. When she died on 1996, we promised her that we would keep the house in memory of the Puerto Rican working class that had put so much love and energy in the house.
There's a collection of Taino pieces.
We inherited that from my grandmother. She used to deliver babies. The payments for the poor people who could not afford it, they would give her the Taino pieces, and she kept all those pieces for all these years. And this is what Sala Taina, the Taino room, is.
The totem canejero gives the visibility of the indigenous roots in the urban space. The 6 semis, part of the totem, are the first, Mother Nature. The second, the sun, energy of the man. The third, Coqui, the seed of life and death. The fourth, Chaman, the one who communicates you with God. The fifth is a bat, defines the dead. The sixth, it's O, Múcaro, is the one who moves the spirit.
Nos pusimos de acuerdo a hacer un tótem porque ahí podríamos incluir.
First of all, you need to understand that in the Caribbean cultures, we do not make totems. But we decided to make a totem because it gives us an opportunity to highlight 6 of our more important deities. And so, in fact, this is a tree of the different deities. The totem itself is made out of red eucalyptus wood, which grows in my own land, and I carved it completely by hand. This land was known as Canejero, which symbolizes water, and Canejero, the water serpent. And for me, this is significant because we can still express from the heart of the capital that we are still here as a people.
The mission of every component of Casa Sofia, collaborators and artists, is to rescue the indigenous roots. In long term, the plan with the house is to include art exhibitions and film screening as part of the offers. If you want to help Casa Sofia, you can follow the information below. From Santurce, Puerto Rico, Francis Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. In the meantime, a call has been made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to address the issue of child abuse in the country. The Minister of National Mobilization, Minister Brewster, made an appeal for Venetians to play an active role in addressing the issue of child abuse. Now, he made the appeal during a ceremony held Monday morning to officially launch Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. The theme for this year is Stand Up and Speak Out for Children. No excuse for child abuse, I should say. Minister Brewster said a proactive approach is needed to tackle this problem.
As a nation, it is our responsibility to ensure that all children grow up in a nurturing, safe, and healthy environment so that they can develop and reach their full potential. Preventing child abuse and neglect is a shared obligation in our nation. Therefore, the commitment of parents, teachers, churches, schools, the villages, etc. is important in preventing child abuse and neglect. So today my call is for us to partner together to create a safe, secure, and loving world for our children.
And the director of the Child Development Division in the Ministry of Social Development, Gemma Alexander, made an urgent appeal for matters relating to child abuse to be at the fore throughout the year and not just during the month of April. She said raising awareness about child abuse and neglect can play a major role in prevention.
We recognize that as a nation, we must work together to prevent child abuse and promote social awareness and prevention. It is important for us to talk about child abuse prevention, not just in April, but year-round. Raising awareness about the risk factors that can lead to child abuse and neglect can be the difference between speaking out or staying quiet, thus ensuring that children get the support they desperately need and prevent child maltreatment.
And switching gears now, just last week at the FAO conference in Ecuador, the Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources in the Bahamas explained his plan to enhance the contribution the agriculture sector contributes to the Bahamas.
Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources of the Bahamas, Clay Sweeting, said he hopes to enhance the contribution the agriculture sector is making to the country's GDP. In speaking at the Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, 37th Latin America and Caribbean Regional Conference, which was held in Ecuador last week, Minister Sweeting explained that technology, innovation, young people, women, and farmers must be involved to achieve this goal. He said the conference was beneficial and it helped create partnerships with Jamaica, which will aid in enhancing the sector.
We were able to create not just linkages with other Caribbean countries, but also friendships with them. So countries such as Jamaica, who has been really innovative in creating agribusiness throughout their country, as welcome to work along with the Bahamas to ensure that we create a futuristic agribusiness department that transcends over time, that farmers are not just farmers, but they are...
Sweeting said a partnership is brewing with Guyana and Barbados to help reduce the country's imports.
We're also excited to work along with countries such as Guyana, who has been very involved in the agricultural sector. We'll also host the FAO conference in 2 years, and is looking to work along with countries such as ours to involve livestock production, with countries such as Barbados as well, who's been very intricate in the black belly sheep industry. So we're working along with them to reduce our country's imports 25% by 2025.
The agriculture minister called the conference a success, and you can tell he is really excited about what impact new relationships can make as the Bahamas take steps toward food security. DeAndre Hamilton reporting.
And meantime, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is under scrutiny. A month-long sweeping review of the agency is set to begin just next week. That news comes the same day as the announcement of a bipartisan plan for COVID relief. That funding bill would not send any money directly to the CDC. CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky says the Department of Health will conduct the review on Monday. Walensky says it's to improve how the agency communicates with the public and consider a restructuring. Now, that news comes the same day a bipartisan deal Senator Mitt Romney helped negotiate for his chamber. It's for $10 billion of COVID relief money. The measure would fund therapeutics like oral antiviral pills, and it would support vaccines, testing, and research. Again, what it would not do, though, is send money directly to the CDC. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he wants the vote on the measure sometime this week. The White House says it'd like more money in the plan. And still